YouTube family? What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another one. It's Pastor Lee, and in this some pieces you can tell by the title, it's sermon time. Hey, we're going to be touching on Ecclesiastes right here. And this in particular, we're going to be talking about time and unforeseen occurrences befall us all. Alright? The reason I am doing this video is because growing up in the South, brothers and sisters, this is something I noticed, in particular growing up in the South, all right? But let me say this. First off, I know why you pastors did this. I understand why you preachers did this, all right? It was to bring comfort to the family, all right? But I cannot stand it when a pastor or preacher is lying to their church, to their congregation. Yo, you supposed to be a shepherd, bruh, all right? But instead, many of these cats out here are nothing more than wolves in sheep's clothing who just want your money. You understand? They're living their $1 million lives. Okay, while most of the people in their congregation are struggling, and most of the stuff that they're only preaching is prosperity preaching, feel-good preaching. Okay, listen, our Father constantly spoke against this, and also Yeshua constantly spoke against this. You know, when your hope and when your love and when all of your everything that you're trying to do on material possessions. Okay, number one. All right. I know I'm getting off track, but I'm going to say this right quick, okay? Listen, any pastor that's just trying to be a prosperity preacher towards you, yo, listen, he's not from Yeshua, because Yeshua came in poor. Anyone that tries to say, hey, I can't reach you because I'm poor, and who's going to listen to me because I'm a poor preacher and all that, listen, Jesus came in on a donkey and he was broke, all right? Number two, Yeshua said is to go ahead and leave everything, yo, and come follow me. Okay, but that rich man, he couldn't do it, yo. He couldn't leave it. He was like, man, I got to go back and check my stuff out. It is easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. I can go through all types of scriptures, yo, where it speaks against rich people. Why? Because rich people put their reverence and put their love and put their everything on that possession. Okay? And through that possession, 9 times out of 10, someone is going to get hurt. Okay, someone is going to catch the wrath in some other way, unfortunately, because man will always dominate man, because man has always had their own selfish, self-centered desires, their own egotistical, manipulative, narcissistic ass motives, always. Because that comes from the devil. I don't give a dang what no one says, man. That is the devil inside of us, because we are all sinners brought unto us because Adam and Eve just could not listen to our Father when he told him, hey, little Johnny, don't go over and touch that stove. You're going to get burnt. He told Adam and Eve not to mess with that. But what do? They listened to Satan, who's the original liar, the original deceiver, and they allowed Satan to deceive them into disobeying our sovereign God, our Father. All right. So now, because of that, the wages of that sin is death, and we all die. But now, we now have to go through our King Yeshua, and no longer do we have to go through a Pharisee or Sadducee or some man, like that, who just wants your money. Don't you remember in the scriptures when it showed Yeshua walking up into the temple and he turned it over, yo? In the scriptures, he turned it over and he got pissed off, yo, because they was making money off of our Father, right? You're supposed to be making money off our Father, and he didn't go up in there all sissified. Why are you turning this game into a game of thieves and robbers? Stop it! He got angry, yo, and he turned over them tables, yo. I can't stand it with people trying to make Yeshua out to be some kind of pacified pansy boy, alright? He was meek and humble when he needed to be. But when he needed to get angry, and when he needed to do what he needed to do for our Father to show that he was really who he was, he freaking did it, dog. You better get right. You have justifiable anger, yo, that you can freaking display. People want to say, oh, how are you a preacher and you're yelling and all this stuff? I have that in me. I have justifiable, I got righteous indignation inside of me, yo. Especially in the times we living in. But anyway, let's get into what Ecclesiastes 9:11 says. We're going to go before this, brothers and sisters. We're going to talk about something right now, okay? Stick along with me, all right? We're coming in at 5 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but let's get into this, okay? Because we're going to touch on 2 topics right here. Death, what happens when you die, and time, and how, a lot of times, it's chance, yo. Let's get into this. And the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 9:11, let's do this. All that your hand finds to do with your very power. For there is no work, no devising, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in Sheol, okay, Hades, or the translation hell today, it's the grave is what it is, okay? It's just the grave. All right? When you die, you go to the grave, you go to Sheol. And what that's saying is, when you're there, and if you go back to another one, if you go back to Ecclesiastes 9:4, it says, for as respects whoever is joined to all the living, okay? Whoever is joined to all the living, there exists confidence. Because a live dog is better off than a dead lion. For the living are conscious that they will die. But as for the dead, they are conscious of nothing at all. Neither do they anymore have wages, because the remembrance of them has been forgotten. Also, the love and their hate and their jealousy has also perished. And they have no portion anymore to time indefinite in anything that has to be done under the sun. So when you're dead, you're dead. You understand me? That's it. You're in the grave. You're dead. The dead don't rise until resurrection day. You understand? Yeshua is the only one that has ascended into heaven, is the one that descended, as the word says. All right? Listen, everybody else that dies, you're waiting to either be resurrected, or if you die like John the Baptist, or if you lose your life, as it says in Revelations, for not taking the mark of the beast, and you die, you will be resurrected as a king and priest to rule for 1,000 years. Okay? Everybody else, other than 144,000 who go to heaven to be with our Father, everybody else is spoken of, as in the scriptures, is saying, okay, those who are going to live on earth forever, paradise earth. Yeshua said to that thief on there, he said, in that day you will be with me in paradise. What was he saying? What was he saying that for? What do you mean paradise? The scripture says it. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What was our Father's will on earth and in heaven? For mankind on earth to live forever and procreate, to multiply and subdue the earth. But that didn't happen. Adam and Eve died. Okay? Adam and Eve died because they sinned. They disobeyed our Father. You understand? So in that, we all died, but now we have our Father's, ransom sacrifice, Yeshua, okay? The only begotten Son, John 3:16, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. All right, the one that was spoken of in Colossians of being here before time indefinite, everything was built for him. Everything that you see, the principalities, the governments, everything is through him and for him. He was the first creation ever, straight out of God himself. He is from our Father. He is God. He is the Son of God, okay? Listen, he is the only begotten God. What do you mean only begotten? Only means one, begotten means directly from God. And through Jesus, everything else was created. That's why Yeshua is our king. That's why he was the only one that could do it for us. That's why he is the last Adam. Because the first Adam fucked up. Listen, brothers and sisters, we're going to get into this. I return to see under the sun that the swift do not have the race, nor the mighty. This is Ecclesiastes 9:11. I return to see under the sun that the swift do not have the race, nor the mighty ones the battle. Nor do the wise ones also have food, nor do the understanding ones also have riches. Nor even those having knowledge have the favor, because time and unforeseen occurrences befall them all. We're going on to verse 12. For man also does not know his time. Time. Just like the fishes, that are being taken in an evil net, and like the birds that are being taken in a trap. So the sons of men themselves, brothers and sisters, are being ensnared at a calamitous time when it falls upon them suddenly. Do you understand what that means? Sometimes, brothers and sisters, you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. It is by chance. Listen, we cannot choose sometimes the places that we're at. Sometimes we just going alone in life and something just happens and you're in a wreck, or something just happens, and a storm comes through and you're dead. Okay? Something just happens and then you end up in the middle of a firing where somebody just comes up and just has a freaking terrorist attack and just starts shooting people. You end up in the middle of a firing squad, basically, man. I mean, shit happens in life. You understand what I'm saying? You can't blame everything on God. Listen, if you build your house upon a sandy foundation, okay, eventually it's going to fall. If you live near the ocean, eventually a hurricane is going to come. If you live near a river, eventually it's going to overcrest. If you live near a volcano, Pompeii, eventually that volcano is going to explode. If you live near an earthquake-prone area, California, eventually something big is going to happen along one of those fault lines, San Andreas, New Madrid fault line. If you live along the Ring of Fire, eventually something is going to happen to you. That's why you stay prepared. That's why you keep watch, because time happens. Unforeseen circumstances happen to us all, and at any moment that could be your time. You understand? That could be your time, dog. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to always be prepared. You need to always be in the Word, and you need to know what the Word says, and don't allow these preachers to go out here and fool you. I can understand why so many people don't want to go with the church and believe in it, because look at these child molesting, captive, condoning priests out here. Look at all the stuff that's been done in the name of God. But you're going to understand, man, that's Satan. Satan's the god of this world, and Satan's the god of this system of things. You understand? He's the god of this world. And once you learn that, brothers and sisters, it becomes a lot easier. I love every single one of y'all, brothers and sisters. For real, for real. This is the truth. This word is the truth, brothers and sisters. Stuff just happens sometimes, all right? That's just the way it is. You can't blame everything on God needing a baby with angels and wings and stuff like that, or, you know, this just God needed you to, you know, God needed him, or God needed that person because he had a place for them in heaven. No. When you die, that's it. You're dead. You understand? You're dead. You're in the grave until the resurrection. Or you're not. That's it. You're in Gehenna. What is spoken of as Gehenna has not ever been resurrected again. There was a pit outside of ancient Jerusalem called Gehenna where they took all the trash. And everyone who was not worthy of being resurrected, because they'd burn you. When you've been decimated like that with cremation, everything's taken away. All your DNA, everything that can be resurrected is gone. But when you bury somebody, you can still resurrect them. All right? You can with the technology we know we have today. Imagine what kind of power our Father has. He can resurrect you. All right? But that's Gehenna, everlasting destruction. Sheol, hell, the grave, that's the pit. That's where you go. That's the graveyard. The grave, you're dead until resurrection. That's it. Any of that other stuff is the demons and the devils playing on your mind. That's not your loved ones. That's the demons and the devil. And you better get away from that stuff. You better get away from that, yo. That's them demons. Voodoo, Ouija boards, all that spiritual shit. You better step away from that junk, yo. That's Satan. That's Lucifer, brothers and sisters. You better wake up. You better wake up. Alright, you've been warned, brothers and sisters. It's everywhere. You better wake up. You have been warned. I'm getting up out of here. I love every single one of y'all. Alright, that's not your loved ones. That's not your mom. That's not your dad. That's not your grandma. That's the devil. That's his demons. Alright? And they're messing with you. Alright? Imagine that if we have the technology that we have today, yo, being able to do holograms and stuff like that. Imagine what he can do and his homeboys up there. Imagine what they can do. They're way more intelligent than we are, whether you want to call them angels, aliens, demons, whatever you want to call them, spirit creatures. Alright? It's a spiritual warfare, yo. Alright? Ecclesiastes 9:11. Shit just happens, yo. Sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Stop lying to your congregation, preacher. You're supposed to be a shepherd of them. Stop lying to them about Christmas and Easter and all that stuff, all these pagan holidays that you condone, just so you can get money. Shh, I'm out of here, y'all. I can't stand them preachers like that. Y'all pisses me off. Those who are last will be first, and those who are first will be last. You're going to get yours. Every single one of you pastors out there who are doing that, you're going to get yours, yo. Yeah. Especially, oh my God, I ain't going to go there, yo. I'm out of here. Peace. I love every single one of y'all. Y'all have a good one, yo. Yeah.